What the hell are we doing here, Obama?
We're going to be making a tier list of Overwatch 2 characters.
That shitty game, really?
Come on, Trump, don't be like that.
Yeah, this should be fun.
All right, whatever. Let's get started then.
In that case, first up is Anna.
That reminds me of this movie my grandson watched. What was it called? Cold?
It's frozen, you demented fuck.
Calm down, Trump. Anyways, Anna is a solid support. Her healing is pretty good, and she provides useful utility to the team. I'd say B tier.
I don't know, George. I can never hit my shots with her. I say F tier.
That's because you suck, Joe. Put her in B tier, Obama.
Will do.
Next is Ash. Honestly, she was always a great character.
Yeah, and with the nerf to Widow and Hanzo, it just makes her even better, but I wouldn't say she's S tier.
I agree. And I already know what Joe is about to say. So don't listen to him and drop Ash in A.
Oh, come on, man.
Next, we have a truly goated character, Baptiste.
I can agree with you on this one, Trump. After all of his buffs, Baptiste is in the best place he's ever been.
Yeah, his healing burst is great and his damage is just as good as some DPS characters.
I say that Baptiste is worthy of the first S tier of the night. Next is Bastion. In all honesty, despite his high DPS, he is countered by a lot of characters and is super big.
Did you forget that Bastion drops bombs on people like you did to people in the Middle East?
Shut the hell up, Trump Oompa Loompa looking ass.
Enough squabbling, you two. But you raised some great points, Barry. Bastion isn't as good as he was in Overwatch 1.
Yeah, he honestly just isn't the most viable pick for a team. I say put him in C tier.
I can get behind that. Next is Brigitte. I wonder what you guys think of her at the moment.
She's really good right now. Definitely one of the better supports, but not quite S tier.
I think B tier she's good, but outshined by the other supports.
I disagree. A tier suits her better with her strong ultimate and area of effect healing.
I'm going to have to agree with George on this one. Sorry, Joe.
It's all right, Obama.
Ah, god damn it. Not this Western weirdo.
After his buff, Cassidy can slow down enemies and stop their movement abilities.
Now he's super strong and an S tier pick.
That's all fine and dandy. But did you all forget that this is basically his stun grenade? Except now it locks onto people.
Never thought about that, but now that I think about it, you're right. He's now back to how he was in Overwatch 1, but just more annoying.
That doesn't change the fact that he's a must-pick now.
Drop him in S, Barry. Next is Diva. She's honestly a sleeper pick, but nothing too remarkable.
I don't know, you guys, she's not that great.
Is it because her mech can fly like a plane, George?
God damn it, Barack.
Kind of walked into that one, George. Anyway, I think B tier is a good place for her.
Next up is Doomfist. Doomfist has been in a weird place since Overwatch 2 launched, but I feel he's a pretty good pick this season.
What the hell are you smoking, Barack? Doomfist has been ass since day one and is still ass.
Trump, what are you talking about? With Junker Queen being so strong, a good Doomfist can outplay her.
Let me explain that. His damage is pitiful and all of his abilities are lackluster at best. He's one of the worst heroes, let alone tanks in the game.
Nobody's saying he's the best tank, but in a JQ meta, he's kind of neater.
I say we put him in A tier.
Hell no. D tier is the highest a Saitama wannabe can go.
How about we compromise and put him in B tier?
Fine.
That's fine with me.
Next is Echo. She was really strong upon release and has kind of mellowed out.
Yeah, she's nothing crazy, but not bad either.
I think she should go B tier.
Putting her in B.
Next is Genji.
Despite what people say, he's really good right now. His shuriken might not do crazy damage, but if you use him correctly, he can be a vital teammate.
Isn't it weird that he can block molten lava but not a rock?
Yeah, that's kind of weird. But that aside, I think Genji is an A tier.
Next is Genji's brother Hanzo. With his nerfs in Season 5, he isn't as good as he was before, but still a great character.
Everyone who plays Hanzo is a sissy baby and relies only on luck to get headshots.
What are you talking about, Donnie? Hanzo takes a lot of skill to line up headshots and land them at the right moment.
Not really, Joe. You kind of just need to fire a full power arrow at an enemy and it will most likely hit them. With that being said, I say we put Hanzo in B tier.
I agree, George. Put Hanzo in B tier, Obama.
Will do. Next we have Junker Queen.
Even after her nerfs this season, she is still probably the best tank in the game.
Yeah, her damage is absolutely insane.
Not to mention her survivability as well.
Yeah, she is undoubtedly an S tier.
Next we have Junkrat. What a waste of space.
Waste of space? Junkrat is easily S tier.
Of course your old ass likes Junkrat.
Yeah, Joe, with a shitty take like that, I can't believe you were my VP.
I'm surprised you don't like Junkrat Barry. He drops bombs on people just like you.
Shut up, George. Anyways, Junkrat's kit isn't the best and can be countered by other heroes.
Yeah, this weird-ass shoe drinker's an awful character. Put his ass in F-tier Obama. Next we have Kiriko. Even though she's really annoying, her kit is insanely good.
Yeah, her Suzu can get her and her team out of dangerous ultimates, and Kitsune Rush works well with high-damaging heroes.
Yeah, and she's really cute as well. I wonder what her shoulders smell like.
Jesus fucking Christ, do you ever think before you speak, Creepy Joe?
Joe's creepy ass aside, drop Kiriko in S-tier Obama.
Will do.
Next we have probably the jankiest hero in the game. Lifeweaver is a D-tier hero. His healing is horrendous and his abilities suck ass.
Gonna have to agree with you on this one, Don.
Lifeweaver has been pretty bad since his release last season, but with the buff to his healing, he's a little bit better than before.
Well, any more dog shit takes Joe.
I'll have you know that I don't really like Lifeweaver that much. His keybinds are confusing, and for whatever reason, they put his primary fire as his pedals and not his needles.
You know, they can be switched in the settings, Joe.
Wait, really?
Of course he didn't know. Anyways, put Lifeweaver in D-tier Obama.
Next up, we have Lucio. With Junker Queen being meta, Lucio is really good right now.
It always scares me seeing a JQ and Lucio running straight at me.
Good Lord, man up, Brandon. Anyways, his healing isn't always the best, but being able to heal your entire team and using his sound barrier in order to survive ultimates makes Lucio an S-tier.
I can get behind that.
Next is May. She's an instant S-tier. Not only does her buff to her primary fire and freezing abilities make her really strong, but she can also make walls. And you all know how much I love making walls?
Of course you would say that. The new Hinder debuff can get rid of your abilities just like Cassidy's grenade.
Not only that, but she's really cute. I wonder what...
Don't finish that goddamn sentence, Joe. Put her in S-tier before Joe starts talking again. Next we have Mercy.
Honestly, Mercy isn't really that good. Unless she is damage boosting a hit scan, then she can't really do much.
Wrong. So very wrong. Mercy is easily S-tier.
What are you talking about, Trump?
Mercy's healing is extremely good, and her ultimate not only increases it, but gives her pistol unlimited ammo. Need I say more?
Trump, Mercy at this point is just average and can't go any higher than B-tier.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Bush and Obama here, Trump. Mercy is just average.
Fine, whatever, I just want to get this stupid list over with.
Next is Moira. She was nerfed this season. Now she can no longer fade out of abilities that keep her in one place.
Yeah, that alongside her mid-healing, she's not that great.
At this point, she's better as a DPS hero instead of a support.
I nominate Moira to the C-tier.
Now we have this weird horse robot thing.
It's Orisa dumbass.
Anyways, Orisa was really dominant in the earlier seasons, but now she is outshined by most of the other tanks.
I'd say she's a C-tier. Now that JQ is basically everywhere, she can't really do much against her on her own.
Yeah, honestly, all she can really do is get out of annoying abilities and ultimates.
Next is Pharaoh. Now, George, I know how much you hate planes, but she's a pretty good character.
Shut up, Barack. I actually kind of like Pharaoh, but her ultimate is pretty bad.
She's pretty good unless the enemy team are running hit scan heroes.
She flies in the air like a bird.
Joe, did you take your damn pills today?
Calm down, Cheeto man. I'm going to put Pharaoh in B tier. She's not the best, but by any means not horrible.
Next we have Ramatra. He's probably one of the most balanced heroes right now.
What the hell do you mean balanced? He can punch through shields and his ultimate lasts longer than Trump's presidency.
Shut the hell up, Sleepy Joe. That just sounds like a skill issue.
Yeah, Joe Ramatra punishes bad players and rewards good players. You just have to not be a noob.
Put Ramatra in, A-tier Barry.
Now we have the edgelord himself, Reaper.
Like Moira, he was nerfed this season. He can't use Wraith form to get out of immobilizing abilities.
I honestly believe he's just average. Put him in C-tier.
I don't know, he's pretty scary, I think.
Shut up, Joe. Next up is Reinhardt.
Probably one of the more basic heroes, but he is pretty good right now.
Not only does his hammer do pretty good damage, but his shield can take a lot of punishment.
But he is countered quite heavily in the current meta.
That's true, Joe. I think Reinhardt is an B-tier hero.
Yeah, drop him in B.
Now we have Roadhog.
Shut the fuck up, Obunga. Roadhog right now is ass.
Kind of like your presidency.
You of all people can't be talking, George.
Neither can you, Joe. Anyways, Don is right. Even though he got a buff, he is still outclassed by almost every other tank.
And his healing can be nullified by JQ. Instant D tier.
Yeah, I agree. Put him in D tier, Barry.
On it.
Now we have the most balanced hero in the game.
On really long and narrow maps like Circuit Royale in Havana, Sigma can destroy Junker Queen.
As long as JQ can't close the distance, Sigma will win most fights.
Damn. This game literally boils down to if the character can beat Junker Queen or not. Whatever I think Sigma is, A tier.
Drop him in, Obama.
Now we have Sojourn. She was extremely strong upon Overwatch 2's release and is still really strong.
She should be S tier.
Slow down, Trump. She's strong, but not that strong. A tier is a better place for her.
I'll have to agree with Bush, she's good, but not S tier.
Fine.
Next we have Soldier 76.
Look at how they massacred my boy.
It's really unfortunate to see how far he has fallen. Not only is his time to kill kind of ass, but with Cassidy's and May's buffs, he just isn't viable anymore.
Yeah, Blizzard really needs to buff him somehow. But until then, I think Soldier is F tier.
Unfortunately so.
Next, we have an illegal alien. Sombra. I'm going to keep out of this one because you already know what my rating will be of her.
I think that's for the best.
Honestly, Sombra is a solid hero.
It really boils down to how good the player and the team is. If the team is super uncoordinated, then Sombra is less useful and vice versa.
Yeah, I believe Sombra is an A tier.
Good for me.
All right, Trump, you can come back to the conversation.
All right, now we have Symmetra. Honestly, the worse you are at the game, the more annoying Sim is.
I guess it makes sense that Joe keeps dying to her.
Oh, come on, man.
Anyway, Sim can output a lot of damage, but other than that, she doesn't have a lot to defend herself with.
But Barry, she gets bonus points because her ultimate is a big, huge wall.
Really, Trump?
Of course you don't like it, Bush. Seeing how the wall is about the size of the Twin Towers.
God damn it.
Anyways, I think Symmetra is an A tier.
Putting her in A.
Next up is Torbjorn, probably the worst one out of the two turret heroes.
By worse, you mean better. His turret is insane if placed in the right spot. A tier, really.
Now Trump Torb is B tier at best.
What the fuck are you, one Obunga?
Yeah, Trump Torb goes B tier.
God damn it, whatever.
Next we have the poster child of Overwatch, Tracer.
Even with the Cassidy buff and the increase to her bullet spread making her effective range smaller, she is still a great character.
I agree, I feel that the nerf was kinda unnecessary, but she's an A tier.
Drop her in, A Obama. Now we have Widowmaker.
Even after her nerf, she still has extremely high damage.
The game was pretty unfun when she could one-shot from across the map.
The game is still unfun.
Come on, Trump, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad. This game is the worst thing to happen under your presidency. And that's saying something.
Damn, did him dirty. Anyways, I think Widow is an A tier.
I agree, Obama put her in A tier.
Next is Winston looks kind of familiar.
Don't fucking say it, you fat fuck.
Chill out, you guys.
Winston is okay, but since JQ is meta, he isn't gonna do that good.
For once we agree, Joe, I say B tier.
Putting him in B. Next is Wrecking Ball. Probably the most annoying tank.
He doesn't really even do anything. He kind of just rolls around and that's about it.
Yeah, I say put him in C tier.
I agree, I hate going up against a ball.
Don't we all, Joe? Next is Zarya.
She's actually pretty good and is one of the only tanks that can hold their own against JQ.
If played right, she can definitely kill a JQ.
Really? All she has are those weird bubbles.
Yes, Sleepy Joe, you just need to know how to use them.
Anyways, I'm gonna put Zarya in A tier.
Works for me.
Finally, we have Zenyatta.
Even though his regular healing sucks his damage and ultimate makeup for it.
Yeah, I believe that Zen is S tier as a support. His damage is nearly unmatched.
He was definitely designed to have two enemy tanks, but he's really strong. S tier, he goes. Well, guys, we're finally done.
Fucking finally.
That was fun. Want to hop on Overwatch?
I can't, it's my bedtime.
I just don't want to. My back is killing me right now.
Can't me and Michelle are going out for dinner?
Well, damn. Guess I'll just solo queue.